Hi, my name is Sheighlyn Berbig, and I'm from Coon Rapids. I'm here with Kari. She's a representative from Senate District 35B.
That's right. So I am the representative for the Minnesota House for District 35B, which is the eastern half of Coon Rapids and a small portion of Andover.
So tell us about your life.
Yeah, so I actually grew up in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. My parents were small business owners. It was called the House of Decorating, everything from carpet to paint to window installations. I helped them with their small business from as far back as I remember. So it was probably started when I was 4 years old, helping, hand my dad the correct tool, etc. Got a paper out at at age 12. Started working at Old Country Buffet at age 16, bussing tables. Worked my way through, but then I came to Minnesota for college, to the University of Minnesota, and I have stayed here ever since. I love the state of Minnesota. We've been, my husband and I have been residents of Coon Rapids for 25 years this October.
Wow, 25 years. And yeah, so what are some of your favorite things about Coon Rapids?
Well, some of my favorite things are the same things I hear from the residents that I talk to. It is the wonderful parks and trails that we have. We're actually at a park here in Coon Rapids. We're at the regional dam. So just ahead of us is the giant Coon Rapids Dam. Used to have hydroelectric capacity for 60 years. It did up until I believe 1960 sometime, and for many, many years, former Representative and Senator Jerry Newton and Jerry Newton for 35 years, me for probably the last 6, have been trying to bring hydro back to our dam.
Nice.
Besides the parks and trails, the other things I love about Coon Rapids and Andover, and also the residents that I talk to love, are how safe it is, how quiet it is. We have a great city staff. They take care of our roads so well. Just feel like it's a great, safe place to live.
Yeah, it is. I agree. So what brought you to running for office?
Yeah, so came to Minnesota, went to college, and then after that I was a science teacher for many, many, many years. My career spanned 20 years, actually. Taught middle school life and earth science, 12 and 13 and 14-year-olds. So some people think that's crazy.
Interesting. That's an interesting age.
Love it.
Chaotic age.
They understand rules. They can follow rules. Sometimes they break the rules, but in general, they still have that very much excitement and enthusiasm for learning. And then, a couple things happened in my life that led me to run for office. One of those being in 2018, when I taught at St. Francis Middle School, our funding was cut. 20% of our staff were let go when we came back to school that fall, and it just felt like there weren't enough staff to keep the children safe in the building. And I have been pursuing understanding public education funding and how to do it better really ever since then. So this has been almost 7 years now of trying to really dig into it. This was my first session at the legislature, was on the Education Finance Committee, and it's still a top goal for me.
Yeah. So what are your hobbies? What do you like to do?
Well, my husband and I love traveling, so we travel as much as possible. We also love going out to eat, so couple of highlights in Coon Rapids would be Kendall's by the Bunker Hills Golf Course. We also love El Loro for some authentic Mexican food, so love getting out. We just went to Shortstop the other night, had some burgers, couple beers, fabulous. So yeah, like to do that.
Do you have any pets?
I have one dog. Her name is Jana. She's a small hypoallergenic dog because we had a chocolate lab before her who passed away when he was 13, and I was super allergic to him, so I couldn't pet him and love up on him as much as I wanted. So this time we got one that's
Does this dog
allergy friendly.
You pet him?
Yes,
Love
her.
him.
Yes, and I do not.
What are you most excited about right now?
Most excited about continuing to enjoy summer. I mean, we can hear the birds while we're sitting here. Love to get out on my bike, get out, take the dog for a walk, connect with neighbors, go door knocking, chat with constituents, find out, what they're thinking about, what they care about.
Yeah. What is your favorite summertime activity? Thanks. Speaking of that kind of stuff.
My favorite summertime activity. Well, what I love is being able to pull out my charcoal grill and get to cook outside. It's like all of a sudden it's hamburger season, hot dog season, some pork chops, some
So what is it for
steaks.
you? Hot dogs or hamburgers?
Oh, definitely a hamburger.
Hamburger,
And it
me
has
too.
to be a cheeseburger.
Oh, cheese.
You gotta put cheese on it.
Oh
I mean,
my
I did
gosh.
grow up in Wisconsin. So.
My daughter, we would ask her, like, do you want a cheeseburger? And she would cry and say, no. So we got her a hamburger that had no cheese on it. And then she'd cry that had no cheese on it. And it took us the longest time to figure out. She thought a cheeseburger was like a grilled, like just cheese.
Just cheese.
So we were like we were not connecting for a while. We were not understanding each other. But then once we realized it, we were like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. That's like her frustrations and our frustrations.
It's just interesting how kids' minds work.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. What is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie. It's gotta be Good Will Hunting. First of all, you've got the Boston accent, you've got Ben Affleck, you've got Matt Damon. It was kind of a rite of passage at that time. They were close in age to me, so we watched them get their fame from this screenplay. Just a great movie all around.
Yeah.
And of course, the wonderful Robin Williams was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss it. You mentioned that you like to travel, so where do you guys like to go to?
Oh my gosh, everywhere. We actually have a trip coming up. It's going to be our 25th wedding anniversary. So right after we got married in the year 2000, we also bought our house in Coon Rapids. So that's 25 years for multiple things this year.
Yeah.
So we're going back to the little place in Jamaica where we had our honeymoon.
Oh, nice.
So that is one favorite place
I
to
cannot
go.
believe that it has been 25 years since the year 2000. That is just... Getting older is just mind-bending.
It is. The older you get, the faster time goes.
What is your favorite children's movie?
Favorite children's movie is probably going to be a tie between Wall-E and Up, because I love when they tie in, get you involved in the emotion of the movie, and not just the special effects, but him like really bringing into the emotion of it. So love those two.
I love my favorite children's movie is Matilda.
Oh,
I love
that's
Matilda.
a great one.
I like a lot. Like the other, you said Robin Williams, Jumanji. You like that one?
I do. And as a teacher, I love Matilda because, you're
Miss
watching.
Honey. You want to be Miss Honey.
Yes, you get to see like what really, really good teaching is, and then what the opposite is. So
Yeah.
it's kind
Have
of
you
fun.
seen the musical?
Mm-mm.
It's on Netflix, and I was worried because I love Matilda, and when they make remakes, sometimes you watch them and they don't hit the spot, and I was happily surprised. It's kind of a different movie, but it's the same story, and I love the Trunchbull, and I was so worried that she wouldn't be able to be the Trunchbull that I imagined, but she did it. She did a great job. It was I highly recommend it. I would watch it.
I will have to take a look.
I think my kids are actually watching it right now. When I left, they were watching it. What TV show would you want to be in?
Ooh.
What would you not want to be in? I can say for sure, I would not want to be in any of those shows where they make like Fear Factor. I don't think that show's on anymore, but anything like that, no, I don't want to do it.
I do like I feel like I like competitions. Once I'm there, I can really dig in.
I just don't want to do anything gross.
I love Schitt's Creek.
Oh,
I would love to be in that family as they learned and grew together and became closer and more understanding. I would not want to be in The Apprentice.
The Apprentice. Yeah. Anyway, what do you have any secret talents? Could you go on America's Got Talent for a secret talent?
Secret talent? No, probably not. But something that I've done in my past that people don't know is triathlons. I did a few, maybe 5 or 6 sprint triathlons for a period of time over a number of years. So
when was the last time you did one?
Oh geez, 15 years ago.
15 years ago. I'm thinking about doing a 5K next year. And I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but for me,
you should do it.
It is a big deal.
There are great programs called Couch to 5K, and I highly recommend you follow a program. Because a lot of people that start jogging in any form, even walking long distances, jogging, they overdo it. And then they end up with foot pain or what are they called?
Like shin splints?
Shin splints or different types of pain that they end up, quitting. But if you follow a program where it's very progressive and it's just increasing a little bit at a time, you'll be much more successful.
Yeah.
Exercising.
We just a couple months ago got a membership at the YMCA, and I love that place. That is awesome. I have 4 kids of my own, and so they have the kids place. You can take your kids, and beautiful pool, and they have so much fun, and we've really enjoyed being members there.
I stayed at home when my kids were little, and I actually also did a home daycare when my kids were little, and that was fabulous. Once I had a small number of kids, like rather than a large number, I was able to get out to the YMCA and take them to the kids' place, and just it was excellent. First of all, for your health and their socialization, and just enjoyment for the whole family.
Yeah, I didn't know. How long did you have a home daycare?
Probably 6 or 7 years.
And that was here in Grand Rapids?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool. Yeah, I have a home daycare, and I've been open for 5 years. First I was up in Cambridge, and now here, down here.
And I encourage anyone thinking about it to do it. We
Definitely
have a daycare shortage. It's driven up costs a lot, so we need more access to daycare and childcare as much as possible.
And it's really good. Honestly, for my family, it has been really good because then you don't have to pay for daycare. And also, like, you're home with your kids. You get to be home with your kids. I really enjoy doing home daycare.
Wonderful. And this is something we need to work on at the legislature, is finding creative ways to make child care and daycare more accessible and more affordable.
Well, what do you want? What is one thing you want them to know about what?
It's not, I am somebody who never aspired to be a politician. It never crossed my mind to get into politics. Not in it for the fame or the spotlight. It really was about necessity and about serving my community. So I felt strongly that folks with an education background needed to be in the state legislature to give feedback and input, because they are making decisions about the largest chunk of funding that a school district receives. And so I was always a teacher. I was taking care of my kids, raising my family, spending time with my husband. It just wasn't an aspiration of mine. Now I'm here, and I love serving my community. I love meeting the residents of Grand Rapids and Andover, and I want to continue to make their lives better and all of Minnesotans' lives better.
Well, and I just want to say, if you ever are interested in getting, the DFL, seeing, how you can help, I feel like the first step is hard, because you're like nervous to do anything. You don't know like what world you're stepping into. But I just want to say that it's really easy to go out, to go to these meetings. Everybody is so nice. Everybody wants you to be there, and there's people just like you, and we need people that are like you to come out and go to the meetings and go to the events. And I know that I was nervous going to like my first meeting, but once I did it, I was like, this is awesome. This is great. I feel good.
Very welcoming community.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a good experience. They're just happy for you to join. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to understand policy or legislation. Just looking for folks to come out, join the movement, and help in any way that's comfortable for you. It can be as simple as, you know, you're willing to put together some letters, or you're willing to show up at an event and just be
Again, everybody's so nice, and you want to be friends with these people, and it's good. So,
Right. It's time for you to have a cold water.
oh, thank you.
We'll be ready to wrap it up.
Yeah.